So this is the Apple Watch. The Apple Watch will be coming out on April 24th, 2015 with three models: the Apple Watch Sport, the Apple Watch, and the Apple Watch Edition. And basically the difference between those two are very slim, and they'll be coming in two types of versions. I think they said something about 30 millimeter. Let me in fact check. See if I can go down. There you go. The Apple Watch Sport, and the Apple Watch Edition. Now, the Apple Watch is the stainless steel or space black stainless steel cases, sapphire crystal Ranger stylus bands. The Apple Watch Sport is still anodized aluminum cases in silver or space gray, strengthened in Ion X glass, colorful, durable bands. Basically, you see all these sport bands for a bunch of like Fitbit and stuff like that. It'll probably feel similar to that, only because it's Apple, it might even feel better. And then you'll have the Apple Watch Edition, which is for like the rich people, which is going to cost a lot of money. 18 karat gold cases in yellow or rose, sapphire crystal, exclusively crafted bands, exquisitely crafted bands and enclosures. Basically, it's going to cost like $10,000 or something. Some really high price that most people are not going to pay. Most people are probably going to go for this or this. Personally, I might actually just go for the Sport Edition because I walk and run a lot and play a lot of sports, so that'll be something that I'll be going for. Not too much new actually came out for this thing. They were just talking about how there's an app where he was able to actually, let me leave you these images here. He was able to actually control his garage. Say his daughter was asking, I don't have my key to the garage. Can you open the garage for me? And what he was able to do at the event was he was able to, is that a camera? No, that's just the hole you put it into. But what he was able to do is um, he was able to open the garage with his watch. And it was a pretty cool thing. Obviously Android probably has that already. And obviously the Microsoft Band does not have that yet, at least not that I'm familiar with. But the Apple Watch does have it. They did show it off, and that is available for Apple Watch users when they get it. So you can tune up your home with smart home technologies, and yeah, and it makes it work. Another thing that you could do is you could also track your activities here. So it tracks your moving, it tracks your exercise, tracks your standing time. It even tracks how long you've been sitting. So that's an interesting thing, all with these colorful circles here. So moving tells you that. I'm not sure if it tells you like deep information. I'm pretty sure it does on Apple Health on your iPhone or iPad or whatever else has Apple Health on it. I'm sure it tells you the exact details. But as for so far, what I see on this image is it tracks you in a simple circle that you've been moving more than you've been standing, or you've been exercising a certain amount versus other stats. So that's an interesting thing to look at. Another thing is you can do is you can send little messages to people. So you can draw on the screen like you saw on the previous thing, and it allows you to, in the previous event a year ago, and it allows you to send messages and heartbeats and all this stuff to draw pictures that are animated over to your friend's Apple Watch. I keep wanting to call it iWatch. And basically they can view it just like how this is seen. So they drew that. I mean, they added a heartbeat, and you were able to send it to your friend, say Jamie to Eliza, and there you go. They actually get to see it on their watch just as it shows on yours. So it's a cool thing for that. Incredibly precise timepiece. They're just showing multiple watch faces that they have, so you can either, in fact, if I click on this, you can see a detail further. So if you want to see how much traffic there is on your way to someplace, you can see it right there. Obviously that uses Apple Maps, I'm guessing. And then you can see, different styles of watch faces. So watch faces were a big thing about them. They were saying you like the more elegant watch face, you get the elegant watch face. You want the more complicated watch face, you get the complicated watch face. If you just want at a glance watch faces, you can just see the at a glance things. So like weather really quick. Or if you want to see slightly more complicated, like they were saying complications, you can see, I'm not sure what this is, probably like when the sun rises or sunsets, but you can see the current moon phase. You can see your walking, standing, exercise information that you saw the past earlier in this video, and then you can see the temperature that's currently around where you're at, all in this simple watch face here where it shows you the time on the biggest part. And also, or you can just choose the basic face where it just has a regular clock hands with the hour and the minute hand and a basic analog clock. So that's interesting. That's a good thing to have. Obviously, again, I'm not going to keep stressing it, but Android Wear is the other one that is the big competitor, and they do have this stuff already for Android Wear. Obviously in Google style. Apple's is all black, and Google is more using the white color hue, and Microsoft for Microsoft Band is using like the tiles. So everyone's having their own style of doing things like this. Obviously, the Microsoft Band is not necessarily for average users that are just that just like wearing watches. It's more for fitness. It's not really a watch. It's a fitness band. But the Apple Watch and Android, where they're all watches and they all pretty much do the same thing except for sending messages in that certain way that Apple wants you to do it. Um, you can actually read full emails. You can actually um, do pretty much all the things you want to do at a glance really quickly. You can do the same things on your watch. You can actually respond to voice calls or calls. That's what we call them now. We call them calls. You can actually respond to calls just by hitting answer and just speaking to your watch, and you'll be able to do that. How many people are going to do that? I have no clue, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to walk in the public and it's going to be like the awkwardness of wearing a Bluetooth headset and nobody knows you're wearing it, and you just start talking like you're looking at someone and they start trying to respond even though you're only talking to the person in your head. That's going to be the awkwardness for the watch. You're going to see people looking down even more, like in an elevator where everyone whips out their phone. It's going to be kind of awkward, but hopefully this phase of humanity goes away and we get more social again, not needing all this technology to do stuff. But this is the Apple Watch. So you can see, dial, you can choose every detail in the dials, um, little things like that. As I was saying, you can see the time in a certain place, the weather, the day of the week. You can see the date, time at a certain place, the world clock. So there you are. These are all the things you can see on your watch face. You can see the alarm, moon phase, timer. So if you're running, you want to set a timer. Weather, you can see the world clock, stopwatch, sunrise, sunset is what I was talking about before at 7:10. You can see activity, calendar. You can see all that. You can even see stocks on there. Another thing you can do is have animated watch faces. So you can have, say, Mickey Mouse if you like Mickey Mouse, or a daughter or a whatever sibling or friend likes Mickey Mouse. You can set it to the Mickey Mouse watch face, and there you go. It's animated like old school Mickey Mouse. Um, what else? Then you got the hybrid watch face. So you got analog. Fortunately, will it let me click on analog? It won't let me click on analog. Then you got digital. So this was analog. Okay, so this is analog. So this is the analog stopwatch. Then you got your digital stopwatch, which starts like that. And then you get your hybrid stopwatch, which shows you the digital time and the like the millisecond by the. I'm guessing this is by the minute, by the second, by the millisecond. So that's interesting to see there. And you can see timer, alarm, world clock. That's how all those things look like. Then they give us a giant picture of someone using it while riding a bike. Obviously, are they wearing the hipster glasses? I don't know, but they're pretty much similar to that. And then they have nice. One thing that I do have to say about the watch, since there's no big information that came out about it except for the two types within each category that are coming out. I think it's like 24 millimeter and 30 something millimeter, which just increases the size of the watch in general. Um, is the watch is it looks really nice, but I'm not sure how the battery life is going to be, because if I go up here, go to Explorer, and I just want to find out about the battery life of the watch. No, I can't really find too much. They do have Apple Pay, but I can't find too much about the battery life about the watch. And it's something that they claim all day battery life for this watch. That's one thing they claim. But I wish like they would have stats or something that allows you to see more about the watch. Um, but they don't allow you to see like the battery life or anything like that. They just tell you all day battery life. That's it. They don't tell you like specs of the watch on this website so far. Hopefully it comes soon. The watch is coming out. You can see it on her hand. This is a female hand, wrist. Looks like a model. And so this is how it is on, let's say the average wrist. That's how the size of it's gonna be on an average wrist. So if you don't like big watches, you may not like this watch. Um, but yeah, that's essentially it. That's essentially the Apple Watch in a nutshell. There's not too much to it um, that we know of, aside for what apps are on them. Which there's a lot of apps. They even showed you the App Store on the watch. So let me just run into that really quickly. Some of the few apps they have currently is Target. So where is it making shopping interesting? Target app knows where you are in the store. Source a shopping list and create on your iPhone and guides you to the next item. So it's basically like a shopping list app for Target. SPG, Starwood Hotels and Sport and Resorts. They have American Airlines. So if you use that, Nike Plus Running, which is usual on all of their stuff. Instagram, that's an interesting one. You can browse your feed, like your favorite photos, and enjoy, and then even leave emoji comments. So that's interesting. In fact, I kind of want to see what's how this is gonna look like. So that looks pretty clean. Kind of wish Instagram had a dark theme like this on everything. MLB at bat, so you can see your favorite sports scores. BMW iRemote, they have Twitter, so you can read tweets and compose tweets using dictation. City Mapper, OpenTable, Evernote, TripAdvisor, Honeywell Lyric, CNN, NPR one. So if you like NPR like I do, you can listen to your NPR stuff. Green Kitchen, which tells you about recipes. Whole pantry stuff. It's more like recipes as well. Strava, with your iPhone in your pocket, Apple Watch shows you real-time stats like elevation, average speed, distance, heart rate during a speed run. And this does have a heart rate sensor, so you'll be able to view your heart rate. Sky Guide, we know what that is. eBay, you can bid things really easily. Redfin, nearby real estate, pretty much. Procreate, Pocket, Salesforce, paid by phone parking. Dark Sky, Shazam, New York Times, Lutron Casita, I'm not sure how you say that. Invoice to Go, Mayo Clinic Synthesis, Rules, Play Kids. Basically, these are all the kids and games apps. Fandango, which is nice. You can purchase your movies to watch, displays movie time, theater location, and gives phone number. Once you purchase your tickets, okay, so it just tells you when your movie is once you place your tickets. So they're advertising Age of Ultron from Avengers. City Mobile, check your bank account balance, which I wish I had this much money in it. Uh, Expedia, Pacemaker, DJ, which basically having your own personal DJ pacemaker. Use the autopilot DJ feature on your iPad. Skip the track, skip to autopilot. So basically, it's like editing your music to how you are, how your lifestyle is. LifeSum, track how much food and water you've had during the day. I wish they had Fitbit on here, but unfortunately, Fitbit's like a competitor for them. You won't have a Fitbit while you're wearing an Apple Watch. They want you to use Apple stuff, but I hope Fitbit still makes an app for them. That way, you can use your not necessarily the watches, but you can use like the Fitbit Zip or something like that for it. Babbel, new languages. Basically, there's a ton of apps. ESPN, Mint, Commit to Three, Box Pop, Amplify Remote, Babbel, Runtastic, LifeSum. They have a lot of apps, and they also have an app store. So here's the Watch Kit, and they have an app store. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's a lot of stuff that have come out for this thing. And they have an app store and everything that you can access on your phone. It's a separate app store from the Apple App Store. And yeah, hopefully it works pretty well. And just like before, I am going to leave you guys with a simple image. Maybe let's go with this one. So watch the film.